This is the WDS Originals YouTube channel, and behind me here I have my S62-swapped E30 M3, and we are going to be adding a supercharger to this today, and hopefully by the end of today's video we will have a supercharged S62 DCT mocked up in this E30 M3. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Now, for those of you who aren't currently aware, this engine that you're seeing in front of us is an E39 M5 engine, also known as the S62, a 5-litre V8. Normally aspirated, this engine produces 400 horsepower, and with the addition of this ESS supercharger kit, you'll see around 560 horsepower, and that's with no additional supporting modifications. That is just simply a bolt-on kit. Now for us, we're going to go a step further. We're going to add a smaller supercharged pulley, which will effectively make more boost. We're also going to add a set of free-flowing headers to this engine, and potentially when we rebuild it, maybe add the additional set of cams. This, coupled with a standalone ECU that will be able to run various different maps, should mean that we will see quite a bit more boost. If I'm being totally upfront and honest, I'm aiming for around the 650 horsepower mark. Now in my instance here, this hasn't just been a straight bolt-on. Simply because we're putting this in an E30, it's required a bit of modification. Some of those modifications include making that bracket a little bit smaller so that it doesn't foul on anything, and also we've had to modify some intake pipes. So these original intake pipes are going to be no good. We'll come to that a little bit later, but first we've got to address something on the shell. There's this little bracket here, which I believe used to hold the washer bottle. Now this is currently sat in the way of the supercharger, so we need to shave this off. For the time being, I've ever so slightly bent it out the way, which has given us the clearance to continue test fitting this supercharger. We're going to use the original bolt holes that you can see me pointing at here, and also use the ESS hardware. Now believe me when I say this, fitting this charger on my own was a bit of a faff. Having to hold the weight of the supercharger and trying to align it all properly and get the dowel pins through made this quite difficult. As you can see here, they're chamfered to clear things like the Vanos line, and of course, with a little bit of perseverance, we managed to get this all bolted up. Now with it all bolted up, we were able to see the clearance issues. I also noticed that the air intake was going to be quite close to the exhaust manifolds. So this is something that in the future, we're going to have to work out a way of routing the air intake and making sure that it still receives cold air. For now, it's time to continue fitting the charger. We've got the main intake pipe and also the tensioner pulley set up. Now one of my big concerns was making sure that this tensioner pulley didn't foul on the chassis leg. Unfortunately for me, it actually bolted straight up. This is really quite difficult to film and do up. I'm not doing everything up stupid tight, but just test fitting to make sure everything fits before we go ahead with this dream. I did do those 10 mils up, didn't I? Because they're now taking a bit of weight, so just make sure they're semi-tight. Happy with that. There is more of these, by the way. I've just currently only put 2 on because, like I say, this is simply a test fit. I'm going to get that belt before I put that on because I've probably got more clearance as it is now. What are these? These are MAF wire sensors. Well, obviously have to go standalone ECU with this setup, given that we're on a DCT box, and I'll probably run the supercharger on a few different maps so I can have various different levels of boost, which will be nice. So I'll be able to have, like, say 2 PSI and then 14 PSI or whatever it is it makes off the top of my head. I don't actually know what it is, but I have got 2 different pulley sizes to make different levels of boost. No, I can't do that by hand. That looks like a 14 or a 15 to me. Grab some tools. 15. And then that is going to sit like that. Look at that. Oh yeah. We're going to have to work something out with that intake, clearly. That's going to be an interesting one, but let's get to this next. I might make my life easy and just get a little bit of lube in there so that it slides over, and a little bit on there so it slides in there. Now they're lubed up, so hopefully they're going to go on a little bit easier. What's causing the problem here is the dipstick is fouling on that. What should be an easy part is becoming quite difficult. Why are you being such a sod? Is it the angle you're coming in at? Oh. Right, let's go and get the right tool for the job so that you guys can't mug me off in the comments. Do her up nice and tight. Perfect, right. Charger mounted, pulley set up, belt, intake. That's all tight and all done. I think that's probably about as far as I'm going to be able to go, because the intake pipe, which comes this side, on the E39 M5, which is where this engine's from, normally comes up, around and down. And obviously in the E39 M5 it's a wider car, so there's plenty of room to come down the side of the charger. Pop that there for a second. Yes, this is all second hand and used at the moment, so don't mug me off for a crusty filter. This would, so this bit here connects to the recirc valve on here. This would connect to the charger and basically bring the airflow round and down underneath the charger. And then this would connect to this pipe here and effectively sit somewhere behind the fog light or wherever it would be in the E39. Now, I obviously can't do that, so I need to work out what I'm going to do air intake wise, because these two pipes are pretty much irrelevant to me. Do you know what, let's pick you up. My hands are filthy, but let's bring you closer. So there we have it. That is the supercharger setup on the E30 M3 S62. So as you can see, we're probably going to have to run a custom radiator, but I kind of knew that already. We're going to run probably, I don't know, I'll worry about that in the future. But we'll make something work with the radiator. That's the supercharger. And as I said earlier, it doesn't foul on this, and you can probably see straight through that gap. However, it is currently sat on this bracket. So we will have to have this bracket zipped off, which is not a problem. And then we need to work out some form of air intake, whether I bring it up and round under in the headlight area. But realistically, I quite like to run standard headlights. I don't really want this cone filter looking headlight. I'm not a massive fan personally. I like my cars OEM, as we know. So what I might do is bring it up this way, or even with a bit of exhaust heat shield across here, bring it along here and up into this area. Yes, I know, don't worry about this. We're going to zip this off as well. This is what a lot of E30s have, a battery and things here, but we're going to just zip that straight pretty much and get rid of that. So it's got like an air intake duct at the back of the bonnet, and have the air filter come up and sit in this area here. Or I could probably make something work through some form of ducting from under here up under the charger, and a filter somewhere around here, but I do need to get that recirc in. So the answer is yes, we can supercharge the S62 that is in my E30. It's just going to take a bit of work. But for now, I'm going to leave it sat like that, because that looks pretty damn cool. Well, that's my opinion anyway. If you guys want to leave your opinions down below in the comments section, I always appreciate reading them, and I try to reply to as many as I possibly can. And if this is your first time watching the channel, thank you very much for your support, and feel free to go check out our other videos, such as this V10 E92 build that we're simultaneously building alongside the E30. Today was a massive day for me. That is a big childhood dream ticked off in my childhood dream car. So yeah, it's all coming together. Car's going to go off for a custom cages cage. It's going to have loads of other fabrication bits done. We're going to have all the subframes and stuff powder coated, polybush, so on and so forth, reinforced, everything else. As I say, it's currently sat on 318 IS running gear, purely due to the fact that I have all the subframes out of the car, ready to get polybush, powder coated, etc. So lots to happen, lots of content to come, and of course guys, if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more on this car, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And all I can say is thank you very much indeed for continuing to support the channel, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.